Hey there, it's Juliana Valente. I am waiting with bated breath for Michael Smith Gallo to join us. We're having some technical issues. Hey, um, put him in through here. I'm kind of to, to use this video.
Hello.
Oh my God, you look so cute.
Thanks. All right, so the
Oh my
iPad was
God.
a bust, but the iPhone is working. So we're up and running.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
Anyway, I am going to take half a second to redirect people over to this feed so they can come watch. Just remember, we're going to put the recording up uh, for this interview. So just because we don't have a ton of people watching right now doesn't mean they won't watch it later. So that's just the warning I should have given you via text. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Why don't you tell us about your costume?
My costume is vintage Bed Bath & Beyond 2018.
And what have you got on your head?
And what I got on my head is actually a prop from my first New Jersey Community Theater show, which was 3 years ago, when I was in Little Shop of Horrors. So when we all get eaten at the end, this represents that we've become organically one with the planet.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
they're very possessive of their props. And I was like, can I have this? And they looked at me like, we don't give our props away. And then they looked at me and said, yeah, we're never going to use crazy alien leaf headdresses ever again. So sure, you can have it. So I found it in my basement today. And I was like, I'm going to wear it for the toga thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you did. Oh,
So there you
great.
go.
And Kay just texted me that she's available to come on. Hang on, Kay. It's going to be a second because we're a little bit behind schedule. But thanks for your patience. I'm trying to get a really good view. What's this gold like cord
Oh,
thing
this
coming?
this thing, this is like my
Oh, it's a
toga
tassel for a
embellishment.
curtain.
Like it's exactly what it is. Yes, it's a curtain tassel
Oh
that
my God, I
I
love it so
pinned
much.
on a bed sheet, and there you go.
Awesome. Okay. So, um, the name of the podcast is Strange But True, dear.
Mm-hmm.
How strange are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
How strange about it. 7. I'll go with an average 7. My seven.
7 is average?
Well, like when you ask people how attractive they are, don't they always say, "Oh, I'm a 7"? Like no one wants to say they're a 10, but no one
Everyone's
says they're a 2, right? So I'm going to go with 7.
okay. Okay. So, 10 being the the strangest person you can meet.
True. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But that's pretty strange.
I think so. I don't know.
So
Um,
what are you imbibing there?
what am I imbibing? I am imbibing a little gin and tonic before we get to the tea portion of our tea.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because it's Jane Austen. I had to promo this with like I had no idea how to celebrate both the Ides of March and Jane Austen.
It's a tricky combination.
But why
Exactly.
not? Oh, you've got some fans um, coming in through the
Oh, hi.
feed. Okay, well, you're in a show right now.
Hmm.
Why don't you tell us the name of the show, who it's by, and a little bit about your character?
Sure. I am in a show at Summit Playhouse in Summit, New Jersey called Boeing by Mark Camilletti, I believe his name is. I apologize if I don't know the playwright's name for real. But no, it's Mark Camilletti, and it's been translated by Beverly Cross and someone else. Boeing is a fun late 50s, early 60s sex farce romp where I play Bernard, who is an American architect living in Paris, hence my lechy mustache that I decided to sport for the show. Bernard lives in a wonderful flat in Paris, in the middle of Paris, and is engaged to Gloria, but he is also engaged to Gabriella, and he is engaged to Gretchen. And they are all, as they say in the time, air hostesses. So they fly in and out of his life on a sort of 2-day schedule, and everything is hunky-dory. until they invent the Boeing engine. And now all the planes go much faster and the layovers get much shorter. And lo and behold, by the middle of Act 2, or like by the middle of Scene 2, all three fiancés are in the house at the same time and need to be kept behind various doors, lest they meet and rip me to shreds.
Yes. Okay. So,
It's one of those and hilarity ensues kinds of
yes.
situations.
It's two acts, three acts.
Well, we're performing it as a 2-act. It's written
Okay.
as a 3-act.
Okay.
The script is unclear because it says Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Then on the title page it says Act 1, Scene 2, and Act 2. So it's really a little of both, I guess. But it's your classic
That's
3-act
interesting.
structure of like.
So yeah, so it's not just that you have an intermission after Act 1. It's that
there's just a little break. It's just dramatically the end of the expository part, and it's the end of everything's going well, and then Act 2 is let's drive up the crazy a little bit, and then Act 3 is let's go full tilt, bouncing off walls, slamming doors, falling over railings, tripping over ottomans, that kind of thing. Which is fun because that's not the kind of acting that I've gotten to do or even really tried to do up until now. So maybe I wasn't a 7 on the crazy scale, and I'm just getting there, you know.
I was gonna say you're not particularly strange, maybe mysterious, but have you done?
Wearing a curtain tassel as an epaulette, so I don't know. That's somewhat strange.
You're right. I guess it does depend on the day and the party, right?
Exactly.
Have you done farce before or much farce?
Have I done much farce? No, I don't think so. I've auditioned for farce way back in med school. That's another strange thing about me is I went to med school and I auditioned for dark comedy and came very close and didn't get it. So I ended up being in 12th Night instead. So no, not much farce at all. So it's new. I've been in comedy, but not go crazy, fall over yourself, you know.
Okay, can you give me like the tiny version of like what makes farce a special kind of comedy?
Sure. Let's see. I would say
I know you know the answer to this question because we've talked about it.
We've talked about it. There are 2 answers. The answer you're not looking for is doors. Farce has lots of doors. If there's more than 3 doors on stage, it may be a farce. And we have 6 doors and 8 exits, so we definitely qualify in the doors thing. But farce is comedy that's just sped up. It's comedy that does not stop. So it's speed, I think, is really what makes it farcical. So that it's not setup joke or situational haha. It's this happens and 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 oh no, it's all happening, you know. And so it's really you get on a train and the train just goes, you know.
Leaves the station. Hey, Kay's just joined our feed. Hey, Kay.
Hi, Kay.
Welcome. Oh, Kay and Michael actually know each other. They were both in the cast of A New Brain that I got to direct over at Nutley Little Theater, which is actually where Kay and I do most all of our filming for this show. So thank you again. Shout out to Nutley Little Theater. Michael, are there any common myths about farce? This could be our last kind of question about
farce.
About
are there myths about farce?
Yeah, or misconceptions or things that people maybe get wrong going into it.
Yeah, I think that it's very easy to say. I mean, good farces are well written, and so the script is the script, and you can rely on that. But I think it is a misconception to say, "Oh, just say the lines and be funny and let it happen." That unlike comedy or unlike drama, the character doesn't matter. And I think that at times we're always like when you do musical theater, sometimes you're at an impasse and someone says, well, it's only musical theater, just to sing it and it'll be fine. And I always hate that answer. And I found that in farce, it's super easy to say that because it's like, this doesn't make sense. Why would he go into the kitchen and it's like, oh, it's just farce. The audience won't notice. They won't care. And they probably won't notice. But if you don't like take the time to think these things out, it kind of does fall apart from a from the way you talk to other people or the way you treat people. Like we've talked about it, you know, like how do you seem, how do you see, like I spend a lot of time getting my fiancés to try and leave so the other one doesn't meet them. How do you usher someone out of the room in a way that's funny, but is not snide or condescending, you know? And if you're not thinking about, well, what's the character here, you're gonna miss that mark a little bit. I'm not saying you need to go on and do like full Stanislavski analysis or anything. Sometimes it's just funny, but you do got to still think about it.
Sometimes it's not acting; it's just being funny, right?
Sometimes it is just being funny. No, there's definitely. I'm like, why do I fall on the couch that way? Because it's a funny way to fall on the couch. Yes, that's true.
That's the thing. Now it's interesting that this is not a piece of musical theater that you're doing.
No, not at all.
Which is, how unusual is that for you?
It's not actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of at this point. So I after school I stopped performing, you know, because I don't do it professionally, and so I was sort of out of it for 12 plus years, and then I started back up again in musicals, mostly because I'm a singer, and so I was like, okay, I can do that. But in the 3 years I've been in New Jersey, I think it's been about half and half.
Oh wow! Okay, great.
I've been in New Brain, and I've mentioned the Shop of Horrors, and so I definitely have musical credits. But you know, I was in King Charles III, which is sort of a modern day Shakespearean play, and not funny.
Yeah,
and
I love that. I thought you were great in that.
Thank you.
Beautiful casting choice.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, I've gone back and forth. I did a show right after Little Shop. I did my first straight play called Stage Kiss, which I did at. You've read that, I think, right?
I love it, and it's actually one of my audition monologues is from Stage Kiss.
Oh, the geisha monologue, the woman.
That's right.
That's a beautiful monologue.
Yeah, the
woman who like turns
Japanese
into a tree or something like that. Yeah.
What did you say?
She turns into a tree or something like that. Like she this
ghost.
This ghost. Yes. The ghost. All right.
Yeah. And it's like, which one is the ghost?
Right. It's like, is the character I'm playing me, or am I me? And yeah, how do I know? And is my past relationship me, or is this me now? Like, should I recapture my youth, or like, was that me, or is this me? Because we're not the same. Yeah. So I got the great fortune to do Stage Kiss right after Little Shop, which was like, oh, I guess I do straight plays now. And and that's actually that's a very slow burn comedy. So like, you know, not farce, but very, very, very funny, you know.
It is funny, yeah.
Yeah. So I played he who
I know.
She deliver that monologue as she breaks his heart for the second time. You know,
it's funny. I'm not a big fan of slating a lot before auditions, but in some of the more the southern regional auditions, they want you to slate, and so it's a weird thing to say. I'm Juliana Valente, and I am performing She from Stage Kiss. I'm just like, just do it because.
And then, gotcha.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, but it does feel awkward to be like She from Stage Kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I have it on my resume that I played he, and I'm like, I really want to write, you guys, it's a real part. Like, it's not that. Like, he's actually the biggest male part in the show. I know it doesn't sound like. Yeah. It sounds like
second
third man from the left, but it's not.
Jinx. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So you've got your gin and tonic, and I have my favorite tea in the world, peach tea.
Okay. Well, if we're switching to tea, I can switch to tea.
Oh my gosh, look at this! Ergo Propo.
There you
go. Do you know much about Jane Austen?
Not too much. I mean, I know Pride and Prejudice and Emma, and these are novels that she wrote, and and now we have Clueless and
yes,
and others.
Yeah, we actually have a very quick shout out to Clueless. So the episode that's about to drop oh my gosh, it's supposed to drop right now. We've been talking. Hang on one second. You're going to see me working a tiny bit on my.
Like, you actually drop it? Do you have to hit like drop now?
I I hit, it doesn't say drop, but it'd be kind of fun if it did. All I do is hit public because it's been sitting here um,
Ooh.
unpublished. Oh, here we go. Hang on just one second. Say something funny while I
Say something funny.
do
Oh
that
my
funny thing that
lord.
you.
Rolling with my homies. Shout out to Clueless and all things Jane Austen.
Okay, hang on. Okay, here we go. This is happening in real time. Whoops, that is exactly opposite of what I wanted to do.
She deleted it. Episode 3 is
So
no more.
put it on private. It's just been unlisted. Okay, hit publish right now. So
Woohoo!
at this moment, it's live. Okay, so you have a chance to go see it, but we talk. Oh my gosh! So Kay is the best editor in the world because
Uh-huh.
it's edited down to about 33 minutes, but we probably spoke for an hour and a half. I don't know, Kay, if you're there, if you want to type in, let me know how long it was. But we talk particularly about Jane Austen's familiarity with the early 19th century theater itself. So there's some really fun, odd things about the theater scene there and how familiar she was with that. Um, well, I'm just getting.
Like, what is early 19th century theater? Where does that put me in my theater history? I don't remember.
This is the age of Garrick,
Okay.
the biggest star there. Um, Fun things happened that were like in censorship and what we would think of as like union rules today.
Mm-hmm.
There's fun stuff there, but also this is the age of community theater in a big, big way. Um,
Oh.
the invention of the matinee, we talk about that. And also, and then the second part, we get into her adaptations for stage and film,
Mm-hmm.
and how there's sometimes misconceptions that you're just tuning in for romantic comedy or just period romance when you're tuning in for Jane Austen.
Mm-hmm.
But um,
Very Kate
there
Winslet, Emma
is
Thompson
like
kind of
Love
thing.
and Friendship is farce. And there's quite a bit of satire in like Emma and Sense and Sensibility, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't all that doesn't always come through. Kate Hamill's Sense and Sensibility, it does, you know, in theater, it does. She's able to take advantage of the tropes that Jane Austen herself was familiar with in the theater scene. So it's a fun episode. I mean, it's real specific. And I would love the members, card carrying members of Jane Austen Society. I'd love you to tune in and totally let me know where I'm being an idiot because I am not a Jane Austen um, super fan, um, just a regular fan. And
Just a
I'm
regular
sure,
thing.
yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's got to be so much that I don't know about her. So feel free to like, you know, come up and punch me. Why did I
I
do
read
that?
an
Let me
article a
straight.
few months ago, which was this is as specific as my citations ever get. I read an article a few months ago in the New York Times. Look it up. I'm sure it's still there. I don't. No,
Yeah,
it was
you
about
should Google.
some British academics doing like using supercomputers to do big data and look at all of the words that novelists used, and they had, you know, over the last 150 years. And Jane Austen kind of popped as one of the first authors to start using, which I don't like that they phrase this way, but like start using more feminine language in that, like she started talking about the way people felt and their like in their internal state, as opposed to, you know, he went off to war and fought the dragon and la da 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 and came back.
Yeah.
You know, she was writing about sense and sensibility, and she had different like
Mhm.
different literal different word choice to sort of say this is, because they were trying to figure out what her state is now 150 or something. I don't know, but they're like, why do we like her novels so much? What was so good about them?
Hmm.
So they're like, maybe it's just in the words she used. So it was an interesting thing. Go look it
Yeah,
up. It's in the New York Times, kids.
I love it. I love it. That's really great. That ties into a really fun fact. I don't know if I should save it for the video or not. But she's also one of the first writers, and one of the reasons she adapts so well to other mediums is because she shows and doesn't tell. So
Mm-hmm.
if a character is flustered, the character will do something that flustered people do. But the narrator or Jane Austen as the writer, she won't comment about it. She'll just leave it there. And
Mm-hmm.
you're left as an audience member or reader to be like, okay, well, that's, I know what
Mm-hmm.
that feels like. That's a
So it's a
feeling.
theatrical kind of writing.
That's right. Instead of shoving it down their throats, that she was very, eager to look into his eyes. That's my that's my romance writing. Okay,
But okay, that was very purple. That was very purple prose on your part. Yeah.
you're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a little reading rainbow moment. I did a lot of research. Oh, this is coming back in reverse, right? Can you see this, or is it totally
It
backwards?
is in reverse, but it says Jane Austen, the secret radical, the secret radical.
Oh my gosh.
Kelly.
I wish there was a way to give you points. This is a really, really, really great book. Even if you're not, especially if you're not a Jane Austen fan and you're like, what is the big deal? This is a really good book. I recommend this. And this is the book that in the video where I'm like, I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. This is the book that I was talking about. Actually, Kay, you may have cut out me freaking out.
It might be in a super, well, it'll be in the comments, kids. Read it in the comments.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Which actually, I should probably go fill that in right now. Okay.
I can do the internet. I can do technology. It only takes me 15 minutes to figure out how to get it up and running. Get it? All right.
Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. Kay, are you there? Because she's in rehearsal right now, and if oh, she's here. Okay.
That's confusing, Kay. Yes,
I don't. Okay.
Because it's backwards. It's mirror image. She's
Oh
being
my, Kay.
It's Netsua Inaj. That would be a good hip hop artist.
It would.
Netsua
Yeah.
Inaj.
Or a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, something really smooth house beat. All right. Mike, thank you so much for showing up tonight in your amazing costume.
My pleasure.
It just screenshot it. That's a horrible picture, but I just screenshot that so that we have the memory forever. And I'm going to say goodbye to you and bring on Kay so she can say hey. And then I hope to see you very soon.
I hope to see you soon too. All right. Happy Ides of March.
Thank you. Beware.
Yep, they are not done, as they say, as the soothsayer says.
Yeah, they have come, but they have not gone.
Not gone.
All right, bye. I'm
Bye.
kicking you out. All right, Kay, I'm going to bring you in. Whoops. Oh, gosh, I almost blocked you instead of added you. Okay, there we go. All right. Going to bring you in. If you'll accept, maybe you had to go back into rehearsal. Okay. All right, Kay, I feel like I've done everything I need to do to approve you to be in. Yeah, on my personal. Okay. Oh, well, people are there. Okay, I'm not able for some reason to bring you in. Yeah, it says I am. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe Kay is running into the same issue. Okay, I've sent you an invite to join, so you may need to click on something that pops up. There you are.
Got it. Hey.
It looks like you're backstage.
Indeed. Yeah, we are having a Wanderprobe tonight, which I have learned. Yeah, it's mostly necessary. Yeah. Which is fun, and I
one of my favorite ways to rehearse.
Yeah, you can kind of see. Hang on, maybe you can, maybe you can't. behind me is the monitor that is so fancy, and I can see where we are on stage.
Fancy. I love that.
It's nice because then I can hang back here and talk to you on the Book of Face. So I'm kind of jealous. I wasn't able to do a toga, although I did look around backstage to see what there was.
I literally grabbed this off the bed this morning. Instead of making the bed, I just grabbed this off.
That's okay. That works. So I am backstage. We open in a week, and the winner was at
the show you're doing.
And the winner was, which is a musical review of Tony Award-winning shows literally over the last 70 plus years. I actually just rehearsed my number, which is from a little show called Hallelujah Baby. And it's called My Own Morning. And now I have forever until I'm back on stage.
Oh, is it a long wait?
I'm looking at the song list in front of me right now. I haven't heard Luck Be a Lady yet, and I'm not on to Littleton Box, so I have some time. Ooh, I just spoiled some songs, but you know what? It's fine.
I'm gonna tell on you.
Oh, it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, the next thing I do is my little number from Gentleman's Guide, so I have some time.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear that number.
Also, in my own yeah, I in your book, exactly. I love that. So how was? I saw part of the party. Did you guys have good Jane Austen chats, or was it just we had a
little bit of Jane Austen chat. We talked about Michael's in a show now called Boeing Boeing. You probably know it.
Boeing. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Juliana and NLT.
Yes, that's right.
Lady friend.
Geez, yeah. Nice. And that's at Summit?
Yes.
I want to say yes. I have so many theater invites for my friends, and of course I can't because the old theater complaint. I'm doing a show.
I know. You know, I was talking to another mutual friend of ours, and I have been confusing Summit and Studio Playhouse for a couple years now. For a couple years, I have thought they're the exact same place. 2 more performances.
2 more shows.
Yeah, and yes.
Dude, man, I'm in tech. I can't. I have tech. I feel so.
You got to go see it, folks. Got to go see it.
Yeah. And well, here at BCP, we open on the 24th, and this is news to Juliana because we're forgotten that we're not performing over Easter weekend. So
it is forgotten.
There's too much church that weekend, so we can't possibly theater apparently.
Oh yeah, Michael wants to remind us that he's on the board of the Studio Playhouse, and that's in Montclair, and New Jersey city, folks. It's very easy to get to from the city. North
of Nutley, where we record our show. Is that north technically, or kind of? I'm bad with the directions.
I think
unless they're stage directions.
That was good.
You know, I try. I don't know. But yeah, so we open on Saturday the 24th. We run through, good Lord, the 23rd of April. So we're skipping that Easter weekend, but then you can go to here at BCP, bcplayers.org for tickets.
Yeah. And Michael, I see you're still there. If you want to type in the website or a way to search where to find your performances of Boeing Boeing.
Enhance our show notes.
Yeah, well, it's going to show up here in the live video, which is going to be available on replay.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yay.
All right, so Kay, I'm going to let you go. And speaking of show notes, I did hit public on our video, but I do need to go add some of these show notes, like the book that I couldn't figure out what it was, that had all of the Freudian stuff in it, which you know is my favorite. So
of course.
Oh, there's summitplayhouse.org. Summitplayhouse.org to find out more about the remaining 2 performances of Boeing Boeing.
Look at us pimping out all of our websites.
And bcplayers.org. You guys are the best.
There we go. Made it cool. Now people know where to find us, and they know we actually exist. It's awesome.
No, it's west. Nutley is west of Montclair.
Kay doesn't do it. I don't do directions unless they're on stage, like I said.
Not the closest to the city, the most eastward. Anyway, we'll figure this out. I am
This
not
just
the
became
best person to be discussing this right now. I'm the
It's all
least
good.
qualified. Okay, Montclair is west. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Got it.
Montclair is west.
Yeah.
That leads east.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good. Oh,
Okay. All right,
is that you
guys.
and me? All right.
I know it's me. We're gonna call this a night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.